What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday over here. Bitcoin is having a bit of a rebound since a bit of a drop yesterday down to as close as about 26K. Could this be the rebound that Bitcoin needs in order to reverse against this dump here? Okay. Because that could have a huge effect on the overall crypto markets as well as the altcoins. Going to be taking a look into charts into what Bitcoin is doing. Of course, the main topic of this video will be about ANKR. See what has gone on since my last post for this token. What has changed. Take a look into some upside and downside price targets for this coin, as well as some key price levels this coin does need to break in order to go either direction. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys feel pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. All right, so we do have ANKR here, currently about 1.95 cents. Not doing too much today. And as we have seen for the past couple of weeks, not too much has gone on. It's basically been in this range from about 1.7 cents to about 2.1 cents area. Okay, what is really going on with ANKR here? So let's take a look into the weekly time frame. I think that's where we left off with this coin. Okay, on this weekly time frame here, it does look like the price action has broken out of a falling wedge pattern. I think probably on the 3-day I can get see 3 wicks touching, or at least close to 3 wicks touching. The second wick is not technically touching, but I still consider this to be a falling wedge pattern, and this price action has broken out of this pattern. Okay, that is just my opinion, right? That this is a falling wedge, and the measured target here out of this actual breakout point will give you a measured target of about 5.1 cents area. Now that's a pretty big move, right? From where this price action is, that's more than double. Will the price action actually get there? I mean, the measured target is an estimate only, okay? So, do your own Google searches on what measure targets, measure moves mean. It could be over, under, and there could be a lot of things that could happen in between, such as what's going on right now. Price action has broken out, hit as far up as about 2.9 cents, but it got rejected and then basically back down to about 1.7 cents. Okay, so there's a lot of things that could happen in between a breakout and a measured target. And a measured target, you really just have to consistently refresh your charts, especially on a lower time frame, and see if you can get any clues on what's going on a higher time frame, right? So, I mean, obviously, this has taken many weeks to play out, and it's still not at the measured target. So you can't just take the measured target as given, right? So let's take a look into what's going on a lower time frame here. On a daily time frame here, we do see a rising wedge, which is usually a bearish pattern, okay? The measured targets from the breakdown of this pattern, depending on when it breaks out, okay? Let's just say, if it breaks out, let's just say, in the next 2 days, it's very close to the bottom trend line there. Let's just say if it breaks down in the next 2 days, you're going to get a measured target of about 1.7, 1.8 cents area, okay? This is a rising channel. Let me correct myself. It's not a rising wedge, okay? So let's take a look into, you want to pay attention to this chart and see if this is actually going to break down, right? Like I said, just the meaning of measure targets, get with a grain of salt, okay? Now, price action is at the daily 50 SMA, which is the gray line here, which is acting as resistance right now. I'm sorry for the dogs. I can't stop it now. They're outside. Okay, so if you hear barking, that's what it is. Now, we are at the daily 50 SMA as resistance, okay? Let's see if this price action can actually close on top of this daily 50 SMA, which hasn't done for a while, right? It hasn't been above the 50 SMA for over a month. So let's see if it's able to get on top of this moving average and possibly break to the upside. That would be contrary to the probabilities of this pattern, because this pattern usually breaks down, but that's not saying that there are going to be exceptions where it breaks to the upside. All right. So that's basically what I'm seeing here. In my opinion, this breakout is still very much valid, because even though this price action has dragged on for quite a bit away from this breakout, it is still above the pattern. It is still above this pattern here. I mean, it hasn't really went into lower lows, in my opinion. Okay. So in my opinion, this pattern, this breakout is still very much valid. That's just me. You guys can have your own opinions. Let's take a look into some key price levels for this price action to go upwards, right? We have the weekly 50 SMA. I'm going to close my door real quick. Okay. So we do have the weekly 21 SMA at about 2.3 cents area. Weekly 50 SMA about that I would just say 2.6 cents area. Okay. Weekly 200 SMA at about 4.3 cents area. That's the orange line. Monthly moving averages, monthly 21 is at about 3.8 cents area. Monthly 50 SMA is about that 4.1 cents area, the gray line, pretty close to each other. 3-day 21 SMA is about 2.1 cents area. 3-day 50 SMA, 2.3 cents area. 3-day 200 SMA, 3.5 cents area. You got your daily moving average. You're on top of the daily 21 SMA. You have your daily 50 SMA at about that 2 cents area. Daily 200 SMA about that 2.6 cents area. Now, these are just going to be some of the noticeable key resistances going upwards. You guys can certainly look into other key resistances based on past trading history, but for time's sake, I'm not going to do that here. Let's take a look into some key support to be looking out for. First of all, and most importantly, would be your daily 21 SMA, which would be about 1.9 cents area, right? If you close on top, below this daily 20, actually, if you break below this 21 SMA, you're basically gonna break below this rising channel pattern from what it looks like right now. Things could change. All right. And then we're gonna go ahead and go to the monthly time frame so I can get a clearer look at past trading history, right? You're gonna have your next key support here at about 1.7 cents area. I'm just gonna say that's coming from the recent trading candles here at about June to August. Okay, 1.7 cents area. Next one down is gonna be coming from January and December of last year and January of this year. That's currently at about 1.5 cents area. So those are going to be your next two key levels of support to be paying attention to. If the price action continues to breaks those support, we can come back here and take a look and see what's going on in the markets here. If enough of you guys want to see more of ANKR, a follow-up on ANKR, do comment, like, subscribe. I will give you guys an update if enough of you guys want to see it. Now, I think I'm going to end this video very quick because of the dogs outside. So I'm going to come back with the next video and share my sentiments and personal opinions on this market. So I have to cut it short here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.